Hello there, it's Diorama Don here. Welcome everybody. This is a diorama of a tarmac or asphalt road. I'll just take this off, and it's just a test piece really, just showing what can be done to make it look like a well-used, worn-out, decrepit asphalt road, which is something you might see, I suppose, northern France, World War II, so it could be used in that context. So let's get into the video, and I will show you exactly how I went about making it. So I'm going to make a tarmac road, asphalt road, tarmac, whatever you will, and I'm going to use black tile grout. I normally use tile grout for, if you've seen any of my past videos, pretty much everything. It is without doubt the most versatile material as far as I'm concerned. I make bricks and stones and cobbled streets and goodness knows what with it. But this is the first time I shall attempt a tarmac road with this black tile grout. Easily available from any DIY store or any tile shop. So first of all, I've made this. I've put my drains in. If you need to know how I made my drains, I made a video, I think it was 2 videos ago, how I make my drains and manhole covers. So please refer to that video should you need to know. All I've done is a piece of 3/4 polystyrene for the base, and then put a piece of 2mm card on the top. I wouldn't want to put my black grout straight onto cardboard because it will dry out, crack and drop off. So what I need to do is put this wall putty or wall filler. It's called. It's not putty really. It's just a cheap wall filler. Any old brand will do. Doesn't really matter. Again, from your DIY store, very cheap. And I've watered it down so I can paint it. It's too thick to do anything straight from the carton. So I shall just put a coat of this all around, and it dries not instantaneously, but it does dry very, very quickly. So I'll put a coat of this on. I won't do it all. And in 10 minutes or so, then that will be ready then to put my black grout on. So I'll finish this off and mix the grout, and we'll go from there. Okay, so my wall filler has dried now after about 10 minutes or so, and I've mixed up some of my black tile grout. I've mixed it a lot thinner than I would normally do because I want to pour it on and let it find its own level. That's the idea. I've never done this before, so this is as new to me as it is to you. So let's see what happens. In fact, it's not thin enough. I was hoping it would. Oh, it's okay. Might be all right. Yeah, that's it. You could, I suppose, add some fine sand to this to give it a bit more of a come on, move. Anyway, this is the general idea. It just needed a fraction more water just to let it so that I don't have to what's the word, I don't have to use a brush or whatever to smooth it down, smooth the surface down. It's not going to be as good a smooth surface as if I do this. What a effing mess. Okay, you're going to have to let me go away and do this as best I can. All right, use your fingers then, Don. That's a better idea. There we go. People are watching this and thinking, really? You're going to make a road like this? Well, it was just an idea. Okay, you're going to have to leave it with me to see if I can rectify this balls up, and I will be back in a moment. Well, I think we've rescued it from the abyss. We've got it cleaned up a little bit more, and we're level all across all across there now. So what we need to do is let that dry off a little bit now. It's a little too wet to do anything with. As it dries off, I can tamp it down and do what I need to do. I'm not too bothered about the side pieces because this will be a path either side like that. I'll make a path up, and then it'll just be the tarmac area in the middle. So okay, I'll leave it for about an hour or so and see what I can do with it, if anything at all. But it's black and it's a road, so what more do you want? Okay, I'll be back in a moment. So this is about 4 hours after I laid my tarmac. After a couple of hours, I was able to sculpt it. It would be pointless making a tarmac road just a flat black road, perfect road. So I've made indentations and cracks and all manner of terrible things that you might find in a tarmac road. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll wait for it to dry completely. Put my paths on, by the way, which need to be painted as well. So as it dries more and more, then I can highlight a lot of the I don't know what the word is. Highlight a lot of the things that are wrong with the road. Whatever the word is, I don't know. So, otherwise, it just looks like a black mess. So I've got to highlight what I've made of the road to make it look more realistic. So anyway, I'll wait a little more for that to dry, and then I'll come back and show you the finished thing. I hope. Either that or I'll chuck it in the bin. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Well, I wasn't quite sure how it would turn out in the end after a couple of mishaps making it in the first place. But we got there in the end. This is basically what I was aiming for. A decrepit, broken tarmac road. I didn't want it just a flat black surface. That would be too boring. So we've got a well-worn road, and I think I think I have managed that. You could, I suppose, use it as a base for a diorama, just to show off a military vehicle. It would be quite in keeping, I think. But this is just a test piece, really, just to show what you can do with drying tile grout. As it dries, you're able to manipulate it and cut grooves in it and take chunks out of it. And then as it dries a little more, you just run a finger over it to to take off the sharp edges, and then I just brush some grey tile grout just to bring out the texture, if you like, and then a little bit of grass growing in the gutter there. So there we are. This is my version of a tarmac or asphalt road. I know there are different ways of doing it. There's lots of videos on YouTube explaining people's different ways of doing things, but I think this is just a slightly different way of doing it. As you know, I use tile grout quite a bit, and I think this is turned out okay. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please subscribe. Click that subscribe button and like button. Costs no money, and you will be informed when similar videos are posted. I normally put 2 or 3 a week. Okay, so thank you very much again for watching, and as always, I wish you the very best of happy modelling.